CD called Far Reaches of Space. Again, it's a 4 notes per string exercise in the key of B, and it's one of my warm-up exercises because it has picking patterns that when I play it and do a repetitive motion like this, it's very easy for me to warm up. So here's the exercise. Exercise 5 is a 2-string melodic sequence in the key of D. Now I recommend after you go over this exercise to try some variations. For example, the main exercise is like this. But take that same sequence and maybe change your fret position. And I like to play unamplified. I find that when I warm up, I can actually take a guitar that's not plugged in and play, and it really gives me a great warm-up. Here's exercise 5. In order to play fast, you have to learn how to play slow. I suggest practicing these exercises slow to medium speed. When I studied piano, my teacher used to have me play octaves with 2 hands very slow. I found out that was harder to play that way than it was just to rip really fast. The same applies to guitar. If you want to be really fast, learn how to play slow. Practice these exercises slow to medium speed. Exercise 6 is an arpeggio exercise based on alternative or economy picking. And I warm up to this too because, and again, we use your 4th finger, but I find when I play these exercises, within 10 or 15 minutes, I'm warmed up and ready to rock. Here it is. Six down, 22 left to go. I use my 4th finger a lot in all different ways. These exercises are designed to warm up my 4th finger. They're designed to warm up your 4th finger. I have found that when your fourth finger is warmed up, the other fingers feel looser, more warmed up as well, and your playing generally seems more effortless. Now, the next thing I'm going to play is an arpeggio sequence starting in C, D, and B minor. PPS, potential picking speed. Now, what I mean by that is the potential quickness or speed that you have at this given time. Can your potential picking speed change? Of course it can. As you advance and you progress as a player, your potential picking speed will increase. PPS is a good way to gauge your current level of speed. All you have to do is take one note and tremolo pick it. Now, when you're playing that note, watch your picking hand. Look at the position of the pick. Look at how you play that. That is the best way you can play guitar. Exercise 9 is a 2-string alternate picking sequence, but we use the 5th and the 6th strings. Now, where I'm going with this exercise is once you learn this short motive, the exercise after that is going to take this motive and move it all the way up the neck. Here we go. Now in exercise 10, we take that motive that we used in exercise 9 and move it up on all 6 strings. And this is one of the things that, again, that I taught in Speed Kills, that you can take these short motives and use them over and over and over to make long extended riffs. Exercise 11 uses the same sequence as exercise 9, but we're going to pick it a different way. And the reason I'm showing this is because I have no prejudice when it comes to picking techniques. I like them all. And what I found is that because I have the ability to play all the different styles of picking, I have my choice as to what I want things to sound like. So when I played exercise 9 and 10, I used alternate picking and got a really aggressive sound. Now we're going to do the same 2 exercises again, but use economy, or what I termed alternative picking, and see the difference in sound. And this means that when you write your own riffs, you now have a choice. If you can master these 2 techniques, then you can say, well, how do I want this to sound? Because in the end, that's what it comes down to. What do I want this to sound like? So here's the exercise. So what's the difference in these two techniques? One, alternate picking. Two, economy or alternative picking. Well, here's the difference. With alternate picking, every motion is down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. No matter what string you go to, no matter what the sequence is, no matter what, it is strict down, up, down, up, down, up motion. But when you have economy picking, or sometimes it's called alternative, the motion's different. So if I have 3 notes per string on one string, my picking sequence will be down, up, down. But when I go to a new string, that down motion continues. So it's down, up, down, down. So it's not alternate. And some people say that it's an economical motion. I'm not so sure about that, but it is a motion that it's not so natural. And so when you go down, up, down, down, or you could go down, up, 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 so that it doesn't follow a strict alternate picking pattern. That's the difference. Also, there's a big difference in sound. Alternate picking has a really aggressive sound. Economy picking has a smoother, more flowing sound, so you have your choice, but that is the difference between the techniques. Work on what is hardest for you, then what you are good at will become even better. And here's what I'm talking about. Because I'm left-handed, my picking hand was not my dominant hand. That's why I can do all these wild techniques. It was easy for me to do virtually anything with my left hand or fretboard hand, but that meant my right hand sucked. I worked for 2 years on my picking technique because this was the weakest link in my playing. So what I'm telling you is work on what you are weakest at, and not only will you accomplish that goal, but the things you're good at will become even better. Exercise 13 is an ascending melodic sequence using alternate picking. Here it is. On the original Speed Kills program, I introduced the Monster Lick. Well, on Speed Kills 3, we have 2 of them. This first Monster Lick is a series of 3-string arpeggios using economy or alternate picking, and it's from my song called The Finish Line. And I'm going to play a little excerpt of this for you so you can hear what it sounds like with a backing track. This first Monster Lick is based on 3-string arpeggios, but played in a melodic way, not just one arpeggio over and over and over and over. And when you watch the slow examples, Watch how my picking hand glides across the strings. So together, these first 5 exercises are the first monster lick.